Well, have a look now at the Cobra and the Cuban Assassin. This is one fall, 30-minute time limit, nearing the 5-minute mark. The Cobra out of Uganda at 222. The Assassin, 9 pounds heavier, from Havana, Cuba. The Cobra, I think you've observed in the first few minutes here, Jim Davies, is a very agile competitor. He's got a lot of fine moves.
He's fast on his feet. Apparently, he's got a running feud with the Great Gamma. He apparently, there was a little fire routine that the Great Gamma tried to pull on him, wound up blowing up in Great Gamma's face, sidelined him for several weeks last year.
Yes, and I couldn't help but notice that Gamma was nowhere to be seen tonight.
Nowhere. By the way, Ed, I've got the letter of the week to Stampede Wrestling. It says, "Dear friend Bruce, I've been a fan of yours for quite a few years. Want you to know that your fans support you 100%. Too bad you were suspended, but I know if you get a rematch with the Great Gamma, you'll beat him fairly. Good luck from your fan, Claude Follis." And it says, "P.S. I think you and Dan Crawford should team up and beat the so-called champs, the cowardly, cheating, poor sports, honky-tonk man and rotten Ron Star for the international tag team belts." Letters can be addressed to Stampede Wrestling, Box 7323, Station E, Calgary T3C 3M2.
What is that? The cowardly, cheating, poor sports?
Can you believe that?
I find that hard. Cuban Assassin against the Cobra. Cuban is beginning to dish a little bit of it out. The Cobra is very adept. Incidentally, you mentioned that Gamma pulled that routine a couple of years ago. He was trying to emulate what the Cobra can do. He is capable, I've seen it a couple of times, of shooting fire out of his fingers. I don't know what it's all about, but I've seen it happen.
It's an interesting trick if you can do it. Actually, I think the wrong man is wearing a mask in this bout. The Cuban Assassin looks like his face is ridden on the rim for the last 10 miles.
You're terrible.
That wasn't very charitable, I admit, Ed.
It wasn't charitable. I mean, beautiful isn't everything. Ugly can be everything.
And it is, in the Cuban's case.
Oh, man.
The Cobra having a lot of trouble getting back in the ring. Cuban seems to get after him every time he tries to make a move to get back.
The Cobra out of Uganda, and that's a place where a few years ago, I haven't heard in the last 2 or 3 years, but a few years back, this program was the #1 show in Uganda, Stampede Wrestling.
Back then, the only 2 names they knew in Uganda were Idi Amin and Ed Whalen.
Boy, don't team me with that. Anyway, the Cobra having all sorts of problems, as you mentioned. He's going to make it this time. Look at that kick. Now, this is a guy you can't play games with. He's got a lot of moves. Whoops. He needed one there. Whoa! Boy, 2+.
That was pretty close. The Cobra seems to be a PKA karate man, waving those boots around.
Good scrapper. I like him. He's gonna go the aerial route. Oh, mamma mia! Off those ropes, look at Nelly! He got him beautifully. Timed that drop kick and covers. It's a 2. It's a... No, he's up on the ropes. Nearing the 10-minute mark, the veteran Tommy Carr, as always, our timekeeper. I think, I hate to say this with children watching, but I think that there, the assassin cheated. He's got something in his hand. Tusk, tusk.
He comes in with a hardware store in his pockets, that Cuban Assassin. Out of the ring goes the Cobra.
He spent a lot of time out there. One fall, 30-minute time limit, nearing 10 minutes.
It was interesting before the bout, Ed. Referee Wayne Hart did a thorough search of the Cobra, and yet the Cuban assassin with the hardware store in his pocket seemed to emerge unscathed from the search.
Well, there's a yellow card.
Yellow card for the Cuban. 1 yellow card.
Cuban assassin gets a yellow.
And as wrestling fans are aware, you get 2 yellow cards, the third one is a red card, and you're out of there.
We're at the 10-minute mark. As this show is taking place, it's a bitterly cold winter night in Calgary. I'm amazed that anybody among the fans braved the terrible conditions. Now off those ropes, Cuban once again, and oh. You know, the Cuban has got his own cheering section there. Oh, look at that. Good move. Caught him with a kick. Goes after his man in the corner. He's got the Cuban on Strange Street. Well, I thought he did. Look at that maneuver. Off those ropes. Oh, what? Oh, what an exhibition.